Pastor Dave here again from Pelham, Alabama, and I have a lure here, and we're out fishing on the lake, and I've got a whole arsenal of these lures. And the whole purpose of a lure is to try to entice a fish. I want to lure that fish to my bait so that I can catch that fish. And we always let them go. It's catch and release, but it's so much fun catching them over and over and over again. It'd be really cool in this video if I would catch a 10-pounder, but I'm not even gonna cast. I wanna tell you about the lure. What we try to do with a lure is try to find the right color. This one right here has some beady eyes on it that you can see. I mean, it's really awesome, and really trying to look like a crawfish. And oftentimes what you can do when you're fishing is you can actually catch a fish, and if you're gonna eat that fish, you can actually open up its belly, its innards. You can see what kind of food it's actually feasting on. And once you find that food that it's feasting on, you go with the right color, right lure selection, that you can catch that fish. Now, why am I telling you all about this? In other words, is this really important at all? I think it is. Let's think about the way that Satan works in this world. Think about the way that Satan seeks to lure us and entice us into places that we don't want to be. Fish in their natural habitat are naturally eating food that God has given them. But when I throw this lure out there, I'm trying to lure them away from that food. I'm trying to tempt them, to coax them into something that's dangerous for them. And that's what Satan seeks to do as well. 1 John Chapter 2, verses 15 through 17, we receive a warning. Love not the world, neither the things in the world, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the boastful pride of life. John is saying there are certain things in this world that are just natural. The eyes and what we look at, the flesh and what we feel, all the sensuality. And he's saying, don't love those things. In other words, don't put those things above God. God has given us clear instructions in the Bible about how to live life. And we know what is that path and what it means to get off that path. We're told as Christians to put off these things, to put these things to death, to walk away from these things, walk in the light, not in darkness. Set your mind on the things of the Spirit. Don't set them on the things of the flesh. What Satan wants to do is to lure us away and get us thinking about things and doing things that are not pleasing and honoring to God. So Satan, what does he do? He's like a roaring lion, prowling about, seeking whom he may devour. In the same way, this lure is moving its way through the water, trying to lure in a fish. Satan is trying to lure us away from the call that God has on our life. So I want to encourage each one of you, think about those natural things in your life that are God-given, and they're given to you to enjoy. Enjoy those things, but be careful when those things are being enjoyed in such a way that they are not honoring, not pleasing to God. That's loving the world, not loving God. So let's be men and women of the Word. Let's open up the Word. Let's understand what it says. Let's make sure that we are ones who are walking in the light, living according to God's commands for our lives. And if we do that, we will find those things that are trying to lure us away become less and less tempting. So pray, ask God to help you keep your life on that path that He's called you to walk. Also, invite others into your life. Walk together, because it's important for us to have accountability with others, people who keep us encouraged to stay on that path. If there are things in your life that you have done that are offensive to God, sins against Him, confess those so that you can get your heart right with God. So let's make sure that we enjoy the wonderful things that God has given us to enjoy. And let's be careful that those things don't become gods for us and that we get outside the boundaries of God's Word. Blessings on each one of you.